Hello, folks. Got some. I got something stuck in my head. Help! Losing my fucking mind. Losing my mind here, people. All right. God damn it! Found some new stuff thanks to Thunderbolt. And sorry, needless to say, it does not include this, but very, 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 very interesting thing about the black backpack. Oh man. Now I'd like to first start off that I have been it's about one of the people, the Truth Finder has been getting irritated with my videos, but I have very finally figured out why. And because of the simple fact, and this is very, very awesome found stuff. I am very blown away. And, I gotta make sure this comes out right because of the findings. It's just insane. But I will say one thing. This, somebody in a red pickup was there, and someone, I believe now, has taken, poor Maura Murray. Whoever was in that red truck, whether it be Carpenter, whether it be some kind of, I don't know, the three brothers, the three G's, or whether it be the 112 dirtbag, I'm for damn certain that this person is taking her is right. But due to the fact they got a damn pug in the back running his mouth, I gotta go upstairs and, I ain't more in a sec. I'm gonna get, I got the kids outside. I don't want nothing getting messed up in this damn video. Because I tell you what, I might have to pause, but let me sit here. But oh man, this changes everything. And boy, does it change everything. I was stuck with Maura's car facing the direction of, towards the barn. And because I was stuck that way, towards the barn, towards the fact that someone said in an article, and right, correct me if I'm wrong, but I covered it in a video stating she is on her way to Canada. She's gonna escape, get away from everything, because she had such a whatever past and blah 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 blah. But tell me this, and it's all making sense now because of this new thing that I have found. Yes, I think that it was given to me by Thunderbolt, which is this backpack found, but as you can see, your subject line is a bit off. The backpack was not really near the crash site, which is true. The backpack was found at one of the largest and most popular tourist scenic pull-offs. This spot actually towns away from the crash site. Same road, just not wicked close. But my thoughts and theories on this, because I think the backpack, which could help identify why this discovery, if true, of course, never received much attention. Why hasn't it been shown to her family or friends? Now, of course, yes, why wasn't it shown? Where is it gone? But I found something out in another Reddit article. As I went in there I typed in something about the backpack, and something all different came up but this. Something all different has come up and has changed everything, and I don't know why. In the beginning, Wikipedia or any other article I have never read about this goddamn black backpack. I haven't read nothing. And this is why I've been covering all my videos for this mere reason. Of course it's there. Deleted 3 years ago. So this had to have come up 3 years ago, this right here, what you're looking at. But the one I found was a year after. I don't know when that was uploaded, but it happened all a year after. And like I said, I want to get this out right. But all in due to the damn car being facing towards the barn, I'm thinking. Because that leads me to the spin out. That leads me to Truth Finder telling me she didn't hit a tree. But when I covered my other video where that crimp in the hood is bent like a tree, there's no damn snowbanking. And it just dawned on me this morning that I, myself, had a Ford Escort, same plastic bumper, all in the 90s, in the beginning of the 90s, especially Saturn, had all types of plastic bumpers coming out. 90s. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move. Bear with me, don't go nowhere, I'll be right back. So it didn't, hey, what are you doing down there? It didn't dawn to me about something that I thought about, that something I did, very stupidly, in a Ford Escort. I was pulling into my driveway during the winter, and I too had hit in the snowbank. Now this was a long driveway, man, mind you. I'd say about 20, 30 feet long. The apartment, you wouldn't even think was on the street, but it had its own address. But the building was behind another building. There was 9, 12, and 11 Falula Street where I used to live. 11 was my apartment, and it was a basement floor, and the front door was facing towards the street. Now all the rest of the building was 48 Devlin Passway. Very weird situation. But because that door faced that street, it was a Falula Street. Even had my own mailbox when I lived in that place. But I used to share the driveway with the building in front of me, which was a blue corner side street building. And I was coming in from the left, so I was pulling in and taking a left. And when I swung in, I made sure I swung wide enough that I can go flying down. If something was going on at the time, and I was in a rush to get home, and ended up with a busted fender. That's right, the whole plastic fender from the light, like the park light on the side of the fender, to the plastic of it, of swinging around, all busted off. Busted off. It was almost in the same places, and I had trees in them snowbankings too, that if I blew through the snowbank hard enough, I could have hit the tree, but I didn't. And I'll tell you something right now, I was doing like 35, 40 around that corner to get in the driveway. I was in one of them bad moods. That's all I'm going to say with the situation. Bad mood. Got me in, bang. So I know damn well that friggin' car hit a tree. Maura Murray's car hit a tree with that indent coming in. I don't care what anybody says, and now because of this black backpack, I can prove it. So, that being said, people, here comes my thoughts and theories. This right here, that 2 people found the backpack in a forest 1 year after the crash. According to the article, the backpack was empty. Both people reported it to the police. The next time when one of the guys went to see if the backpack was still there, it was not. He assumed the police had came to pick it up, but none of them received any phone calls back from the police if they was indeed. All right, keep this in mind. People, get this story in your mind. Indeed, a backpack found. Wouldn't it be easy for her best friends, her parents, to confirm it was Maura's? Maybe. So I'm going to skip all that. But remember, 2 guys reported it to police and left it there. They'll come back the next day. Now, this makes no sense. If this was in the woods, so say, in the forest, blah, 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 how would someone all of a sudden come by the next day and take it? Now, one thing for sure is these people were stupid. I'd have dug that shit out if there was in the area of the perimeter. I got that word about a month ago and I can't say it now. perimeter, blah. Around the area of a missing person or whatnot. I would have definitely would have picked that up and threw it in picked it up with a stick, brought it out with me, got a bag or something, threw it in it, DNA, right? Especially if that was a worldwide case and that was happened a year after or whatnot, and people were still looking in that area. If it was me, and if I would have heard the news of that, I would have done that. But due to the fact that, like I said, I didn't hear nothing about this in any of the articles, it never came up. So why is it now coming up? Led me to this. Fred claims that police gave their search dogs a new pair of gloves. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Also alleged the night of the accident, the police failed to search direction Maura was heading. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. This is what gets me. I knew, which is Maura's father, and I quote, I knew she was headed east. Fred says she was headed to Bartlett. She was up there as an infant. I remember changing her diapers in a tent up there. For Christ's sakes. It's freezing cold out. There's a crack in the windshield. There's a potential head injury. There's it's freezing cold. Evidence of drinking which would promote hypothermia. A young person is in a state of shock. You have danger and you don't go down the street the way she was going. That's all Fred said about the cops. But heading east. Now, the position of the car was heading west. This is when I get confused, because when I started my stuff and when I was doing my mapping, I was doing it thinking she was heading that direction, west. Because like I said, one article said she was heading to Canada. And because of the simple fact that if now I look at it and seeing her heading east, why would she go east to go to Canada? Because when I mapped out 112, that's a long way going. I'm going to show it in a minute, but it's a long way going south, I tell you. And it's not going there north. So what the hell would someone say she was going to Canada to fled? Is ridiculous. I asked because of a year later after this. Oh, this is where it gets good. Now, wait a minute. Before I do this, I want to do the mapping. Now, this ain't the actual mapping, but I figured out that there you see Bartlett is there. And it is coming from 91 and heading east. So if she was heading to Bartlett, mind you, that would make a hell of a lot more sense. But where everything was pointing west and heading to Canada, why would she? And this is just a screwy road, but this 112 dips along Woodstock and then goes straight. So there's a bigger dip than what I have near Lincoln. It goes further down if you squirrel into the, I had to do it this way to get everything from 91 to Bartlett the show. But this is like just a diaphragm of what I can see where she was heading. So, now it makes sense. And how she was going east and taking the corner around the bend, and that's what got me confused. Because I keep thinking that she was heading west, but she wasn't. She was heading east. And she was going to it. So how the hell did she hit the driver's side of the car if she was heading east? That means now the sharp corner where the barn is, she's going up, that's heading north, and then taking the sharp right at the end of that, and she's going east. She should have hit the passenger side. So how did she manage to? And if someone's gonna tell me she spun out and swung that car to a complete 360 and banged into the snowbank in that way, that is bullshit. I've already covered that too. That too is bullshit. There's no way the car would have hit that fast coming around in a 360 and done all that damage and crumped the hood. I just got telling you that I forgot all about the time I whacked my car into a snowbanking and all it did was crack a bumper and the plastic fell off and blah, 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 the park light. Yeah, it made my headlight a little dislodged, but it did not crimp the hood. And I was doing a good high speed. And that's what led me to think of what I'm getting to. So she's heading east now, is right. And she was heading to Bartlett. Someone did not check something in Bartlett. Because someone had said that she was heading to one of these ski lodges. Now, what I don't get, man, kids, weekend, yay! But anyways, I want to say the ski lodge where she was supposed to have gone. I should have looked that up, damn it. I forgot to re-look that up. But if she was heading... All I know is that ski lodge she was heading to, or what was mentioned, was not in Bartlett. I forgot the name of it. But this is what I got with... I do not remember that beer notch, and I do not also remember Mount Washington Valley ski touring. There's two, and then you got this resort, Attitash Mountain Resort. And I believe all these, I want to say, are all near 112. But if she was heading to Bartlett, there's 3 resorts there. And none of these resorts, I remember, was not looked up in her computer. I don't know. I tried looking up to see how old these ski resorts are. I could not find it. I still got to look at it on how many years these have been open. But if these are damn open before 2004, it makes me ask the question why these were not looked at. Just because they weren't on the computer, why were they not looked at? Which leads me to this. As you can see, here's the crash site. That's the crash site right there to Bartlett. So she in 191, as you can see over there, more to the left. Of course. Alright, I get it. She was hitting east. Which leads me to this. sometimes, even after all these years, someone thinks they found a new clue. On November 1st, now this is what I'm talking about. Before I get to this, let's talk about the internet and how I once said that she was on the internet, maybe found herself a new person, and was heading to one of these resorts to retreat and get involved with her new boyfriend, right? And I still strongly believe that's what she did. She got suckered in by some internet freak that likes to make up fake pages, and I will back up my theory like this till the day I die now because of what has been found with this black backpack. Now remember, this is a year after. This case is still new, fresh, and the person I speak of that kidnapped this woman and killed her, I also said is like having a trophy mantle on his wall and likes to see how many trophies he gets for being the longest running person to make someone missing and disappeared. And that's exactly what this son of a bitch is doing now, and I got it. This is what he's doing. And why do I say this? Because when that black backpack was found, all right, just think of this. That son of a bitch was still on his kick to see how much more time he had before he probably, if he was even thinking of getting caught. But due to the internet and due to this, on November 1st, a man calling himself Tom Davies logged into Anderson's site. I'll say it again. Onto Anderson's site. So now you have a man, don't know who it is, but he must be just an innocent bystander, because he logged on to Anderson's site and asked what color was Maura's backpack. Someone replies, black was the reply. Why do you ask? I asked because a year ago after this is after a year. So I don't remember. This is something from the Boston article too. I will bring that up. I will show that. But a year after Maura was missing, and I don't know, I forgot when this was added. This person claims, I found a black backpack in the woods behind the bathrooms at the Pemmican Set Overlook. Davies went on to say that after he found the backpack, informed a state trooper, I don't get this, in behind the bathrooms. I thought it was in the woods. See, this is where they say, and this is why I do my videos, because these people here said they found it in the woods. Women found the black man 1 year after. So 1 year after they found them in the forest, unless this person here put that black backpack behind the bathroom and then it went out into the woods because of this. He informed the state trooper but had heard nothing since. Could the backpack still be up there? Being a father with several daughters, Davies wrote, I've been haunted by Maura's disappearance. A week later, a commenter named N.H. Ryder asked, was the area not far from the road? I'm going to take a ride up there today and look. But this is the Overlook. And this, yeah. A year after. So a year after, a bag was found not only out in the woods, but behind this overlook. Now, damn it, I forgot to screenshot that. Oh no, excuse me. There's Bartlett. Oh, that's what I did. I forgot that. Bartlett. And further back, as you can see the White Mountains here, I push it further back. As you can see, the Permaquaquock overlook is right there. There's the overlook, right where I have the circle. I forgot that. And as you can see from the accident scene, going into Bartlett, I'm gonna say where the Waterville Valley up above that W right there, or right where that W is on Waterville is where the overlook is on this map. As you can see, there's the Route 112 and the big dip that goes into Lincoln. It cuts through and goes back up, but then it dips down again. So someone please tell me why Maura Murray was going 91 if she was going to Canada and go over Route 12. Or was she going to go to 93? I think she was trying to save tolls. I know that. But I also think she could have been going to this Bartlett sports club, a ski club. Bartlett. So I mean, all in all, as you can see, to me, the pieces of the puzzle are coming together, and that leads me to my next thought and theory, bringing me back to the crash scene and why she was traveling this route, which I think, right, they're going to meet up with somebody. Along this stretch of road, as you can see, 3 resorts. And they weren't in the resorts that they said in the articles that I read. So why weren't these 3 resorts looked at? Even though just because she did stuff on the computer and these weren't up there, why weren't these looked at? Which leads me to this thought and theory. And I went on something that was with the Bear Notch tour thing, ski touring, and saying this page isn't working. But I'm going to tell you something. I came up with this too. What is this? Hockamock. Came up with this. Yeah, I just kept that. I kept the crash site photo. There it is. Now, coming around this bend, and like I said, how's that woman gonna come around this bend, swing that car around, and hit that tree with the blue ribbon where it was found? You know, I went through this before. Come around here, whoop, bang. No friggin' way she could have done that the crimping of the hood by spinning around like that and hitting that tree. There's no goddamn way. I'll argue the point with anybody. That's ludicrous. That's a joke. That's crazy. That is a joke. Whoops. I don't want that. Joke. That is a joke. Right there, to me, is a joke. But let's think of this. So, like I said, Maura, going to a ski resort, gonna meet with somebody offline. As she's heading out this way, I think someone's following her. Now get this. She's driving, of course, like you see, this way. And notices someone following her in a red pickup. All right? Now she's on the way to go meet somebody. Like I said, she's got this text or, say so Facebook page, dating page, whatever page. She's on her way. She's driving. Sees the pickup behind her. This is what I think happened. Want to know what happened? Come on. Now we're going to come over here. So she notices a red pickup following her. Right? How about this scenario? Let me erase this. As she's driving, sees the pickup, gets up to this road here. Maybe she pulled off. Maybe she confronted the person in the red pickup. What are you doing following me? I noticed you following me. Because if she got off the highway, Route 91, heading east, going to see someone at a dating site, with Facebook, whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden starts noticing this red pickup following her, because you know what? The person probably in that red pickup truck probably said, hey, go to this resort. Let's find a resort. Let's go do something. Blah, 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 right? I will meet you there. So as she's doing this, doing that, she probably called and said, I'm going to go to this resort where her father used to bring her. Said, screw it. When I go this way into that town. So as she's heading up here, takes a right, confronts the person, notices the person is not someone she'd like to be with or deal with, or the person just gave off the wrong vibe. How about this? She backs out, comes this way, speeding, loses control, bang! Now the red truck's coming out. Now, this is the point. This is the whole enchilada. This is the damn part where you're going to sit there and say, the red pickup truck didn't stop to see if she was all right because he noticed houses. Okay? The red pickup truck notices there a white house here. There was the bus driver's house back there. There was another house, I believe, on the left side of the road if you're going this way, and the barn, and many more houses. You can see the little roof up there. Over here, this guy, and there was some roof over here. Then you get some houses along this white one. He's not going to stop and harass her. What does he do? He drives on by and goes this way. That's when the lady says, I'll decide to go to the store. And she's walking up towards the store. There's the red pickup truck. Why? Because maybe Maura's coming this way. She now knows there's a gas station back there. So what does the red pickup truck do? Stop and wait to see if she starts walking to get help at the gas station. Or maybe you're going to walk and get help at this house. No. She's worried because, she maybe had been doing a little drinking. She just got into an accident before. Now she's got this truck following her, stops, confronts him, then the guy drives off, and she's sitting there scared shitless, but still she's got bottle of booze, wine, and she don't know what's going to happen with this case when she gets called into court. So that means that's why the damn truck went and waited to see what would happen, and then the lady decides to go for the walk to the store. The truck sees her, goes up to the store, stops, parks, she gets up to the store, looks, it's not her, drives off, and the lady says, oh, he goes back to the crash scene. That's when he says, at a split second, kidnaps her, does what he has to get her in that goddamn truck. Or she was being followed, pulled into that road, the truck slowed down, she pulled out, got spooked, drove off quickly, was gonna go somewhere back to the gas station because his truck's following her, smashes the car, then he does what he does and doesn't confront them, either or. But that's what I think happened. And if she didn't confront him, well, then that would give him a better opportunity when he does come driving back to say, hey, you need a lift? I was following you, I was going this way, but I noticed you turned around, I noticed you crashed, I'll give you a lift. And when she got in, that was it. You're now captured. You're now gonna die. So whether she confronted him and did this crash and got scared and he went off, or she did pull over, turn around and got spooked and wanted to head back to that store because this truck kept following, I think the truck did kept following all up until the point where Maura's drinking. Maura maybe had a little sip of booze is right to, calm her nerves. Getting ready for a little maybe play date, like I said, she was engaged with her fiance. Maybe she was getting cold feet about it. Maybe she just needed a little edge on her to drink and to go do this thing if she was meeting up with someone, or the simple fact that red truck just came following her to whatever she was doing and scared the shit out of her. And that's how she turned around and ended up bang into the tree. And then the truck just turned around and, drove off to the store and didn't want to do nothing because he knew what he was doing. That person knew what he was doing. He was a fucking killer. He's going to get her. And the only reason why he didn't stop that time because the crash was too soon. Someone could have came running out of houses maybe. He was thinking, oh, why don't I just let this cool off, go up the street, and then he saw the lady, wasn't her, thinking that she'd walk up there, get her in the truck, then take off. But no, that's what I think happened. He went up there, spooked her, came back, offered the ride. And she got either he offered her a ride or he fought and got her in that truck. That's what I think. And shame on the police, which I don't even know how clean that road was with snow, but not looking for tire tracks. I wanted to say that in one of them videos, the tire tracks of the truck. They were up there at the gas station. Who knows if it left a print? These things you got to think about. I was thinking about that too, the tire tracks. It did go to the store, it did stop. And if you're a good detective, you would friggin' look for that stuff. They have found cases with tire tracks in it, molded it, and caught the friggin' son of a bitch by just a mere tire track, a mere sneaker footprint. But I think all in all, my thoughts and theories right now, because of this whole turnaround of this east and west and getting me confused and the car being over here, going facing that way. Oh, she was heading to Canada. Got me confused. Now I go backwards and think, oh, damn. And then the red truck and then this. I think she got followed. Like I said, that red truck was following her. I know it was. That's why I even had put on, no one's came back to me yet, but what if that Maura's car had a friggin' tracking device on it? So the damn truck could come up out of nowhere is right. He could even came the other way and spooked her. And, because the tracking device has it going this way and the road's cut over through the map like this, say she's coming this way, the corner, the roads come up through here, that they can come up through here and back around this corner here. Right here, this is the corner either way you go. There's 2 roads that meet this friggin' thing, 3 roads at that. That this person could came up that way or came up this way. And it's, oh my God. But I think that's what happened. So, them are my thoughts and theories, all because of the black backpack got me this article. Thank you, Thunderbolt. And that's where I'm standing. She was probably going to that Bartel, or whatever, damn it. And there's 3 ski resorts there not even accounted for. You know? And then you got this not even accounted for, the black backpack. So whatever was at that overlook, you know, you think about it. Now going back to this, in the mapping, so, whoop, and let me erase that. But I'm telling you, think about it. Think about it. What a freaking crazy fucking scenario here. So many loose ends, but this one, man. Now, if they can just pinpoint whose red truck was there that night, and you'll find your freaking killer. That's right, you will find your killer. Oop, I'm already on that. I will be back. So anyways, as I was saying, I mean, you find that red pickup, whatever the case may be, you're gonna find that murderer. And that's exactly what I think happened. She was traveling down that road, going to the resort, Bartlett, whichever one it may be, and you know, either she was being followed, she didn't know she was being followed. But of course, coming from 91 Amherst, coming up on this little highway, you know, that rightfully could be this 112 dirtbag just traveling along. Right there. It's just the point of what that pickup did. And maybe she didn't confront that person, because I think she would have told the bus driver. But whatever the case may be, that pickup was following her, and I think it made her real nervous, real suspicious. Because if you're being followed, and yeah, that thing just happens to just turn around and come back at you, you know, and you're drinking, but yet the thing don't stop because, right, you know, there's a lot of houses around there. And then all of a sudden, yeah, the bus driver comes along. I'm sure that whoever was driving that red pickup at the time was driving very slow back to the gas station and saw the bus coming. That's why I went to the gas station. And then it waited, and when it saw that woman walking up, noticed that it wasn't Maura coming back to use a phone or whatnot. Then he went back to see what damage had been done. And while she was standing there in that mix of time, that's right, just disappeared. Never to be seen again. So I mean, that's how I'm putting it. That's my thoughts and theories. If you find that, if anybody can find that goddamn red pickup because of this, you know, that house, so forth, saying it was down here, say it was here near the crash site, I mean, don't get me wrong. It could have. The question is, was it abandoned at the time? Because then, if he did them dastardly deeds there, then took the body and was heading back this way through the black bag here, and then continued on or whatnot, came down here and went back to home. Hey, you never know, man. But you find that red pickup, I guarantee you find Maura Murray's body. Or DNA in it at that. That's the question. Whose was it? What was that pickup truck doing that night, and where did it take her is the question. Because if that was a black bag, and this is another thing, remember what I said? Went and logged on to Anderson's site. You know what that means? I'm for damn sure, screw you, Dr. Phil, that killer was watching that website or any website, and when he saw this come up, immediately went to that place to grab the backpack. That's what I think. Grabbed it, searched. Because when you go onto a website and this person comes up randomly, all these random people, and this is, accounts erased because that murder is watching. And I'm for damn sure he went back and got that bag. Been watching and he's still watching. That's right, still watching. So what you doing out there, little man? Where'd you put the backpack? You probably brought it somewhere and burnt it, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what I think. You find that truck, you're gonna find the killer. And there's only 3 people. Well, the 3 G's though. That's 6, right? No, 5 people. Whoever's got that red pickup is the killer. And went and got that backpack. But that's what I got out of this ordeal. Someone with that truck was definitely following her and definitely picked her up. Spooked her at that. Till that next video, be safe, take care, beware. Beware.